Greetings to everyone out there in the NoDQ galaxy. Welcome to the NoDQ live recap of WWE Smackdown Live for Tuesday, May 28th, 2019. First of all, I would like to issue an apology to everyone out there that tuned in last night. Things got a bit out of hand. My office got destroyed, and now I need to rebuild. In the meantime, today, I took some time to go outside, meditate. I had a spiritual cleansing, and I'm feeling much better. I'm ready to go here. I'm ready to review WWE Smackdown. So let's go ahead and get started with the review. We had a Kofi Kingston and Dolph Ziggler video package to kick off the show. And then we had Kevin Owens come out. Then we got another video package. We got a Kevin Owens and Kofi Kingston video package. Owens said he wanted to kick things off with a KO show, but then he decided it wasn't a good idea because SmackDown was in Oklahoma and they are not worthy. He said that it would be bearable, though, to be there since in a few minutes he would get to beat the holy hell out of Kofi Kingston. And then he said that Kofi can blame him, or the fans can blame him, for Kofi losing the title to Dolph Ziggler after what he does to Kofi. We then had Kofi Kingston come out. Kofi told him to stop lying. Kofi said that it was Kevin Owens that attacked Big E and re-injured him, and that Kevin Owens is going to pay. Before the commercial break, actually, let me get to the match. We had the match, and it was a good match, back and forth between these two. Power Packers 90 with a $2 super chat says, looks like you were in a mental house because of Raw. I'm not in a mental house. My office got destroyed, so I am in a temporary location until I can rebuild the office. Psycho Jet Black with a $2 super chat says, did you shave your head? I did. That was part of the healing process. Part of my spiritual cleansing was to shave my head and do whatever I could to wipe out that demon from my inside. Now, with that being said, let's get back to the review. We had a lot of action in this match. We had Kevin Owens hitting a frog splash to Kofi on the floor, and Kofi managed to beat the 10 count at 9. And then we had Owens hit a senton from the top onto Kofi. Again, Kofi kicked out. And the storyline of the match was that Kofi would not stay down. No matter what Owens did, Kofi kept coming back. And Kofi did come back. He picked up the victory with the TIP, the Trouble in Paradise. And we had Dolph Ziggler watching backstage in typical WWE fashion, I should say. Dolph was watching from the side angle, like all WWE superstars do. We had R-Truth talk to Carmella backstage and talked about how he's being chased by people even at his dentist's office while he's trying to get a filling done. And then he had Carmella get on his back again, and they fled the scene to hide from Drake Maverick, of all people, who was putting up the R-Truth Wanted posters. We had Daniel Bryan, the new Daniel Bryan, and Eric Rowan come out. Bryan talked about how the tag team division is a bad joke and said that not only is it a bad joke, but it's a joke that makes you cringe. Eric Rowan had a joke, and he said, knock, knock. Caleb Braxton said, who's there? And Rowan said, the tag team division. And Kayla was like, tag team division who? And then Rowan's like, exactly. Daniel Bryan said that they will be the greatest WWE tag team of all time and will save the planet as well. Mike B with a $5 super chat says, whoever that person was that destroyed your office after you walked out was way better than the entire Raw episode. Well, it is what it is. I know some people liked what happened. Some people were having a good time at my misfortune, the fact that my office was just brutally devastated and demolished. But hey, if people enjoyed it, then, you know, at least they're getting entertainment out of something. So there you go. Thank you for the super chat, Mike B. I appreciate it. We had Daniel Bryan continue to talk about how the fans wasted Memorial Day by eating the beautiful creatures of this planet. It said the people of Oklahoma are worse than anybody for fracking. And then he once again said that they are the planet's tag team champions. Heavy Machinery came out, and Tucker said that as much as they like to have fun, it's time to get down to business. He was saying this as Otis was gyrating and doing whatever he does. Andy Wasson with a $2 super chat says, "Hey man, how's it going, Andy? Hope your evening's going well, and thank you for tuning in." Thank you to everyone for tuning in, by the way. I do appreciate your viewership and support of the channel. Daniel Bryan accepted the challenge of Heavy Machinery, but said that they will not do it there. They will not do it in Oklahoma, and they took off. So there you go. We know the match is not taking place at Super Showdown because Daniel Bryan is not going to Saudi Arabia. So I guess we're getting it next week or some week. I don't know. Backstage, we had Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville handing Muscle and Fitness magazines that featured Mandy on the cover to various people, including Naomi, and they handed her an entire stack of magazines. Naomi was not amused by this, of course. Next up, we had Mandy Rose versus Carmella, and Sonya Deville got on the apron and started flashing the magazine, which was enough to distract Carmella. Mandy rolled her up and picked up the victory. Moving on here, we had Jinder Mahal attempt to pin R-Truth backstage, but was unsuccessful. Truth ran into a photo booth to hide from all the superstars that were chasing after him, and it looked like Matt Hardy was wearing his version 1 shirt. Apparently that was Ember Moon, not Naomi, so my apologies for that. My glasses were off when I was watching that segment, so I apologize for that. Drake Maverick bumped into R-Truth, and then R-Truth ran away from Drake Maverick. Next up, we had another Aleister Black promo, and he said that people were waiting for him to pick a name of somebody to fight. He said he's waiting patiently for ... somebody, anybody, to pick a fight with him. So there you go. Psycho Jet Black with the $2 super chat says, Rift Aronson is more older than EC3, sorry TJS. Ouch. That's a savage comment of the night if there ever was one. Hank Schrader on the shitter left a $2 super chat. Says, Rift Aronson caused me a nervous breakdown. Well, sorry to hear that, Hank Schrader on the shitter, and I still love that username, so thank you for the super chat, and thank you for having the best super chat handle I've ever seen, best YouTube handle I've ever seen, period. We had Shane McMahon come out for Shane McMahon Appreciation Night. Shane McMahon, the best in the world. I'm not going to do that again. One time only, I'm going to drag that out for 30 seconds. Drew McIntyre apparently came up with this concept of Shane McMahon Appreciation Night. Drew McIntyre, of course, is now Shane's lackey. There was a Shane McMahon video package for reasons, I guess, just to get Shane over more as a heel. All it does is just make me want to turn off the television, but, you know, it is what it is. Shane McMahon responded to the boos saying there's no reason to boo Kevin Dunn for that video package. So there you go, a little Kevin Dunn reference on this show. Not quite as cool as the AEW reference from Monday Night Raw. Shane McMahon said he's going to beat some respect into Roman Reigns. And then Elias said he had a song for Shane. He started to sing, but then all of a sudden, R-Truth was running away from Drake Maverick, got in the ring, and then realized it's Drake Maverick. R-Truth pinned Drake Maverick to retain the 24/7 title. R-Truth was celebrating, turned around, and realized that there were 3 pissed off stars that were not amused with this 24/7 champion ruining their segment. R-Truth got beat up by the 3 of them, drift away to R-Truth, and then the Claymore, and then Elias pinned R-Truth to become the new 24/7 champion. So that is his first official championship in WWE. Elias, his first title is the 24/7 title. And then Shane McMahon announced the main event, which would be Elias and Drew McIntyre against R-Truth and the big dog, Roman Reigns. And to top it all off, Shane McMahon said he was suspending the 24/7 rule for this match. So apparently the 24/7 title is not 24/7 because Shane McMahon can just change the rules whenever he wants. Mike B with a $5 super chat says, you and Rift Aronson versus Bray Wyatt in his alternate personality at SummerSlam. Hey, I like that idea. Well, not really. I just don't want to have anything to do with Rift Aronson ever again because, well, I don't want my set getting destroyed. So that was a one-time thing, guys. I have no intentions on Rift Aronson ever appearing on a video again. I lost my cool and I need to work on that, and I'm going to be more positive and have a better attitude about everything going on in the world of wrestling from now on. Power of positivity. I got to take a page from the New Day. So no more Rift Aronson. That spirit will remain tucked away and gone forever. So what do you guys think about Shane McMahon suspending the 24/7 rules for one match? To me, it just, I mean, the title was a joke to begin with, but now it's like you just ruined whatever little credibility that title had. Like, it's not a 24/7 title if there are times where it's going to be suspended. That makes it a 23rd and 23-hour and 45/7 title, as Virtue mentions. We had Charlotte and Lacey Evans backstage, and they were having a tea time promo. So they were bonding over tea. And next up, we had Bayley versus Lacey Evans as part of the wild card scenario, with Charlotte on commentary. And you know how this goes. Like, there's always outside interference whenever you have somebody doing commentary on the outside. Charlotte teased getting involved. Bayley was on the floor and Charlotte stood over her. And then later in the match, Bayley had control. And then Charlotte took off her headset. Bayley went after Charlotte and then got back in the ring. And there was a distraction and Lacey rolled up Bayley, but Bayley managed to counter and reverse that roll up into her own pinfall, thus defeating Lacey Evans. After the match, Lacey was upset at Charlotte for the plan backfiring and then attacked Charlotte. However, Charlotte got the best of Lacey and knocked her out with her running kick. So there you go. Sucks to be Lacey Evans. Mike B with a $2 super chat says, the title is a joke, just like EC3's second WWE run. Ouch. I think that's the new Savage comment of the night right there. And the Gameson 100 with a $2 super chat says, that was interesting with Evans attacking Flair. I mean, to me it just means what it is. Lacey Evans is moving her way down the card. She got her push, and that was that. We had an Andrade and Zelina Vega promo. Actually, before that, let me rewind here. We had another Triple H versus Randy Orton promo. I still don't care about the match. They can show 500 promos. I'm not going to care about the match. We had Andrade and Zelina. Well, basically Andrade cut a promo here, you know, because they're trying to get him to cut promos. Why, I don't know. Finn Bálor had a promo, a pre-recorded promo from last week's SmackDown, where he talked about the punishment he received at Money in the Bank and said the doctors decided it was best that he would not wrestle on that previous week's SmackDown, I guess this week as well. Andrade pointed out that he did that sunset flip powerbomb onto the ladder to Finn Bálor and said that he will take out the Demon at the Super Showdown pay-per-view. Yeah. I'll believe that one when I see it. That's the one I should put a stipulation on. If Demon Bálor loses to Andrade, you know what? Screw it. If Demon Finn Bálor gets pinned by Andrade at Super Showdown, I will give away a free NoDQ t-shirt to one random person. And I will post that on Twitter. You can retweet it. And that's going to be my stipulation. I'm going to offer a free t-shirt if the Demon Finn Bálor gets pinned by Andrade at Super Showdown. Let's make things a little bit interesting. So we had another Bray Wyatt video, the same one from Raw. More filler. You know, I get it. They're teasing that he can appear on either brand, but it's just time filler. A lot of this show felt like filler to me. TK says, no Twitter. Well, you're going to have kayfabe retweeted on your behalf. Mike B with a $2 super chat says, F it. One more supper chat or super chat. Could be a supper chat. Could help me get some McDonald's or something. Says, Rift Aronson is greater than EC3. Well, I don't think TGS would agree with you on that one, Mike B. But thank you for the super chat nonetheless. I really do appreciate it. We had the main event tag team match, which was Elias and Drew McIntyre, the lackeys of Shane McMahon, and that's their official name as far as I'm concerned. I'm just going to call them the lackeys, against Roman Reigns and R-Truth. And before I get to that real quick here, chat site forums with a $2 super chat says, if Demon Bálor loses, you should do the Brock dance. No, I'm not doing that. I'll give away a free t-shirt. I'm okay with that. And Tony H with a $2 super chat says, Bray Wyatt versus Aleister Black would be a nice feud. Yeah, it would be interesting. And just like with Bray Wyatt, I think like it's time to do something with Aleister Black. Whatever happened to just having him wrestle? He was doing totally fine wrestling. And now you got him cutting promos like Raven every week, and he's not wrestling. And I thought he was just fine before. If it's not broken, why fix it? Like, what's the point of these video promos with him? Like, he was already over with the fans. He had a badass entrance. People were into him. Like, what is this accomplishing? It's totally unnecessary. Do the vignettes for guys that can't wrestle that well or aren't very good. Why do it with a guy that has already proved that he can go out there and put on great matches? I don't understand it. Seems like a total waste of time, but hey, I'm not running the company that's making millions of dollars of profit every year. Millions in dollars. Sheesh. That's almost as bad as the Iconics botch from last night. So anyways, we had the tag team main event. Shane McMahon was interfering, trying to attack Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns got the best of Shane. And then Drew McIntyre went for the Claymore, but like a bumbling idiot, since he is a lackey now, he missed and fell onto the announce table. Roman Reigns then pinned the 24/7 champion Elias. And then R-Truth was getting up and Roman Reigns was like, well, shoot, why not help this poor guy? Let's help this unfortunate soul R-Truth. So Roman Reigns gave Elias another spear and then had R-Truth pin Elias to regain the 24/7 title, since once the match was over, the rule was back in effect. Notice how nobody ran out there when Roman Reigns was standing in the ring. And notice how Roman Reigns did not go for the title because, you know, he doesn't want that jobber stench on him, that catering stench. Also, you know what? I'm going to defy the rules now. And as far as I'm concerned, I am officially recognizing Roman Reigns as the 24/7 champion because it's 24/7. 24/7 is not 23:53. It's 24/7. And I don't care what Shane says. I am officially recognizing Roman Reigns as the reigning and defending 24/7 champion. So screw you, WWE. Roman Reigns is the 24/7 champion as far as I'm concerned. Power Packers 90 with a $2 super chat says, the title is so important the top dog doesn't want it. Well, yeah, it's the catering title, and Roman Reigns He doesn't eat in catering. He has his own private dressing room. He's the big dog, Roman Reigns. And he puts smiles on people's faces, so he doesn't have to abide by anybody's rules. Sam Atwood with a $2 super chat says, no exploding limo on Shane McMahon Appreciation Night? Aha, nice reference there to the Vince McMahon limo explosion. And Caitlin says she is not recognizing Roman Reigns as the 24/7 champion. Well, I am. It's my channel, and I'm doing what I want. So Roman Reigns, congratulations on being the new 24/7 champion. And that is all I got for the SmackDown recap. Tony H with a $2 super chat says, 24/7 Roman champion, Vince has his dream. Yeah, 24/7 champion. If Vince had his say, Roman Reigns would be Universal Champion, he'd be WWE Champion, he'd be Tag Team Champions. Just like that meme of Reigns having all the championships. That would be Vince's wet dream. He probably has that dream in his sleep every night. But anyways, let's do the letter grade for SmackDown. I thought it was a pretty lackluster show. Very run-of-the-mill, average at best. Maybe even a little below average. I'm going to give it a C-. I wasn't too impressed with SmackDown this week. It just felt like so much filler on this show. Yeah, we did have the 24/7 title changes, but I don't care. I'm over the 24/7 title now. I'm bored with it. And yeah, I just felt like there were too many promos, too much filler on this show. Definitely one of those skippable shows. Let's see here. Michael Wayne with the C, Power Packers 90 with a C+, TK with a C+, Noah with a D, Caitlin with a C-, Caleb Jacobs with a D+, Samir with an F. Wow, that's pretty harsh. Dr. Scorpio with a C-, Carbon Silk Thread with a B-, Elijah with a C, Dale with a C, CC Drink with a B-, Stanley Big with a D-, Curtis Butler with a C, and Samuel with an F. And Komet Hayes with a D. And WWE Hates NoDQ with a solid Z-. Okay. So, yeah, very mixed bag here. I'm not seeing too many A's for the show. Well, OG Crushes gave it an A++, which has to be trolling. I mean, no way he's serious on that. So, yeah, very skippable SmackDown this week. I mean, it wasn't a terrible show, but to me it was more filler than anything else. All right, guys, so that's all I got for this week's SmackDown Live review. Thank you guys so much for supporting NoDQ.com. Stay tuned to NoDQ.com for the very latest regarding the NXT TakeOver pay-per-view. Check out the predictions video if you haven't. We got the NoDQ review coming up soon, which will recap everything that happened in this crazy week. And stay tuned for some new content coming to the channel this weekend. I got some new videos I'm going to be putting out. Some new top 5 videos. So stay tuned for that.